All right, everybody. Now that we got the pot soldered up, this is part 3 to the Moonshine DIY Moonshine Still build. So in the last video, I kind of showed you how to solder it together. Again, this, like I said, I'm not an expert on soldering. It's something that I've been exposed to, but don't do it on a daily basis. So we're all kind of learning together on that. But it's pretty straightforward. As long as you kind of follow the directions, you should be okay. You can go back and kind of clean up the solder a little bit on the inside, do another pass, make it look nice and neat. But anyway, on this video, we're going to go over how to put the bottom of the pot together. On the last time, if you made it so that you measured everything correctly, it should slide right in and hook into the lip on the inside of this right here. That's your lip. So I kind of left a little gap right there so you can kind of see what I was talking about. So right here is the hem that the pot, or the bottom of the pot, butts up into. So when you go to solder it, you are soldering on the outside of the copper right here and pulling the solder in around the bottom of the cap. So this is what the setup kind of looks like right here. It's like that. One thing you are going to want to do is make sure that before you start soldering again, make sure you clamp right here. And I clamp, you're going to want to clamp right next to the hem, right there, so your cap can't go past it. And I spin around so you can see better. So your hem can't go past, or the bottom of your pot cap cannot go past that little hem. Another thing that they suggested when you're building this is to set like a 5-gallon bucket on the inside of this to support the middle of the cap while you're doing this. I am going to be using a smaller bucket and then this piece of stainless steel, just so I don't melt the bucket. In the other video, they had made it they put foil around the outside of the bucket and it seemed to hold up just fine. But yeah, so that's how that part is done. I'm going to set it up here and get it fluxed and ready to rock. So bear with me just a minute. I'm going to get a good camera angle for you. Okay, now that I got this set up on the bucket, I just wanted to reiterate how we got this set up here. We fit the cap inside of the pot, or sorry, the bottom inside of the main pot body. So now what we're going to do is flux the inside here. Don't be bashful with the flux. Make sure you get it all squared up, and just remember, the tighter this is, the better final product you're going to get. And one other thing I forgot to mention on the last video was to make sure any contaminations you have on the part itself, you address before you start soldering. I had some tape residue on the body that made it a little bit harder to solder. I had to clean it off before I went and did it any further. So this has some gaps in it, but that's not that big of a deal. Should get plenty of flux on there. All right. So once again, we're going to fire up the torch. heat up the outside of the. We're going to put the heat on the outside of the pot body. Start heating up here soon. That's flowing. Oops. I'm just feeding this solder in as much as I can. Fill all the gaps. So yeah, that's basically how you do that. I'm gonna finish going all the way around on it. You guys probably don't want to see me spend a half hour just spinning this thing, so that's how that's set up. I'll catch you guys on the next video.